I am Dr. Dana, and this is Laura.
Hello.
And we are excited today. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself? Because you are right down the road from us, and this is exciting that you're here chatting with us.
Ladies.
Yes.
My name is Berta Snyder. I own Taney County Surplus Freight and Grocery Outlet at the end of Industrial Park, right across from the YMCA.
Yeah.
I've been in business for 12 years. I'm just here today trying to get the word out I need more flow down Industrial Park. As you know,
Yeah.
you have a business here,
Yeah.
and it's hard to get people to come down this way.
I don't think people know that there's really businesses down here.
Yeah.
They think
No,
it's
no,
just
they don't.
shops or
I have a good bunch
industrial,
of regulars
right.
that kind of just barely keep me afloat
Mhm.
right now.
Mhm.
And last couple of years have been a struggle.
Yeah, well, that's why we wanted you to come too, because, that is a great topic for the times that we do hit, not enough customers. How are we going to market? How are we going to get the people to know about us? And you've hit a lot of struggles in the last few years, and
I have.
the struggle is real. When
The struggle is very
the
real.
struggle is real,
Yeah.
and it's like, how do we approach these times and fix? 12 years in business is a long time.
And have you
Yeah.
been at that same location for
I've
12
been
years?
at that same location, and I bought an existing business,
Okay.
and it had a lot of customers that just came. That's a whole nother podcast
Okay.
of the disaster I kind of bought myself into.
Okay.
It was good for years, and then not to blame things on COVID,
Right.
but soon as that all hit, and there was like the masses were coming out and shopping, we were able to stay open. It was nice, We almost wanted to start another COVID,
Right.
just to get the customer flow back, because afterwards things were weird, hard to find, hard to buy.
Sure.
Your regular places. And so then you took all that money that you made during COVID to keep yourself afloat.
And
And
I never
then
thought about that too. You're right.
Now that things are coming back to normal, that nest egg that I had put back, it was gone.
Mhm.
Rent, I pay an astronomical amount of rent
Yeah.
for that spot.
Yeah. When you told me your rent situation, I was absolutely floored.
Yeah, and
Lord.
it's a struggle.
Well, you can talk about it.
It's a struggle. I pay close to 10 grand a month.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
can't even. How many square foot do you have?
I'm not exactly sure the square footage, but you see my two warehouse buildings.
Yeah. Yeah.
One in the back. During COVID, we kind of changed it into a little bit of a man cave.
Sure.
Because there's two of each of us in my family,
Mhm.
and we built a little bar back there and just kind of a place to hang out, pool tables,
Oh,
party
wow.
spot, because everything was closed.
Sure.
Right.
And so me and my friends and family, we all just kind of hung out there. And my son, he still hangs out there with his friends. So
That's awesome.
when I talk about the struggle, they're like, we can't lose the warehouse.
Oh my gosh, that's
Right.
hilarious.
But
They need to start paying.
paying rent.
What-
Yeah.
What is it? When you go to a bar or something, you have to pay your
like a cover charge, yeah.
They need a
Yeah.
cover charge.
Exactly. Well, I was thinking about, getting it a little bit in better shape and making it like a rental party spot
Oh, absolutely.
or even a photography spot. A lot of people say that's big right now.
Well,
So that could help supplement my income there,
That's a great idea. I mean, rebranding yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
because you could make that a separate business than yours and rebrand yours. Well, I mean, that's a great idea. I think
Yeah.
when times get tough, you look at different ways to be
Versatile.
Yeah,
For sure.
diversify.
Yeah, because we do a lot of birthday parties back there for our kids, and then like my son just graduated, and he just got his Eagle Scout, and so we've done a lot of parties back there.
I think that's a great idea.
I do too.
Even
Yeah.
sometimes we have people contact us and, like, well, where can we go? Because we, a lot of places that they go to, you have to use their food and their place and their, we're here. They could bring in their own
Yeah.
food. They could bring in, absolutely. I think that would be a great idea.
I do too, and there's a need for that in this town. I mean,
Yeah, I think
it
there
seems
is
like
too.
We've got gathering places, but they're expensive.
They are expensive.
I mean, because you're paying for the name of the Hilton or whatnot, and I think like these barn weddings.
oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's a very simple format, and yet They're popular.
Yeah, we could like start a new thing called the warehouse parties or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
That's pretty
there's one
cool.
idea. I
Yeah.
like that idea
That's
a
a
lot.
good idea.
Okay, what else we got?
You know, I think that I first found out about you through Facebook. Like I saw some ads on Facebook or just that it had come up. And I know that you were saying Facebook is a struggle. You know, like you can't put on there like this is for sale at this price because that's of course their marketplace, you know.
Yeah.
But to post, you know, we're open or come check out this new item or, you know, we're running a sale.
I do that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just hard to stay on top of social media. I definitely understand that.
I follow a lot of people on Facebook too, and they say, you know, like one day they'll make $1,000 and the next day they'll make $100. You know,
Right.
it's just everything is just so weird and up in the air lately.
Well, and it seems like we've talked about that too. That we're not quite figuring out the Facebook algorithm right now. It's like some days, yeah, you do have a lot, and the other days they throttle you back, and you're not
Yeah.
getting the same exposure. I don't know what's going on with that.
No.
I don't know. I do know that they say that reels are popular. You need to talk to Whit more about that.
Yes.
Yeah,
How
I
do you make a
notice.
reel?
I notice when they have like a little video version on there,
Right.
and if you could do the video version, you get more clicks on those
You
for
do.
some reason.
So
do.
get your phone out and
So,
start
yeah.
making some reels. Walking
Right.
up and down your aisles.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
Yeah, you can. Once you start doing them, they're fairly easy. It just does take a little bit of a learning curve. You know, like I have several of them. I just put one on this morning. I post every single day for the Rogue Chef. So it just might be where you get into a habit of like, I'm going to post. And then you can do on your story, you know, just quick little things that are for sale. Like, check this out, like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, you know, of
Yeah.
really short clips. And I say that like it sounds easy, and it's not. I mean,
yeah. My
because I have to
sister
think about
actually
it,
helps
yeah.
me post on my regular page.
Right.
She does every day,
Okay, good.
several times a day.
okay, good.
So, and then I try to share it and then put it on Marketplace and different places like that. I try to do all the posts, and
Right.
some people
sure.
approve me, some people don't.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Well, and it's hard because we were talking about like even advertising in the paper, like before we got on in here, and you were talking about your budget was $1,500 a month in advertising in the paper.
yeah,
That's
it was
a
insane.
lot. That
yeah.
is-
I had
that
to
is a
quit.
lot. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't afford to do $1,500 a month in a paper.
No, I couldn't either.
No, not if you're only getting so much return out of that. That's not feasible.
And sometimes with the paper, you don't know what your return is because you don't know who's reading the paper and then coming to your store, or maybe they saw it on Facebook, then see it in the paper, then come, you know. So how many times do you have to hit a person, you know, with your ad before they get there? Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we need a whole campaign strategy.
Maybe we do.
Yeah, I mean, like, seriously, because you do grocery outlets and think about how expensive food has gotten. If people came and shopped you first before they went to any other grocery store, they could, like, save a lot of money.
Exactly.
So maybe we need a whole new
I mean, like my
approach.
Jimmy Dean sausage is $2.50 a pound.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
I mean, that is one of my big points, that my bacon, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if I post it, a lot of times Facebook will say I'm trying to sell animals illegally.
oh my God.
So, you know,
Facebook.
I'll put a picture of other things and then put, oh, and by the way, my Jimmy Dean is, you know,
Right.
$2.50 a pound. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, we're going to get creative with the
So-
spices here. We're going to figure out some
something.
ways to rebrand this and
Or you
and
should
get
just
you out
post a
there.
picture of a cow, you know, I'm on sale
And just
today.
flow. And if
Yeah.
people, you know, aren't interested in the food, I have merchandise, you know, like right now I have a knife case. I have, I don't know if I'm allowed to say on here, but I have tasers.
You can say anything you
Yeah,
want on
that's
here.
right.
Right. And if you don't like it,
phone
we'll bleep it out.
chargers, all
Maybe.
kinds of different stuff, you know, and all my cabinet stuff is 20% off right now.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, I just need flow.
Well,
Right.
tasers is a great
Is-
stocking stuffer, not for little kids,
Right,
but
right.
for
Totally
adults.
is.
I mean,
Yeah, and
it's
with my
that
discount,
sound.
they're $12.
Oh, man,
And they're
yeah.
really nice. They're flashlight. They're rechargeable. You don't have to buy batteries. They come with the battery.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a lot of great stuff.
And then do you post some of that on Marketplace?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wondered.
I can't say the tasers on any of those.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a weapon.
Oh, it just makes a pretty noise that scares people.
Yeah. And the knives.
would
I do
hurt,
post on my
right?
regular page, though.
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
post that on there.
Okay, all right. Well, and then the other thing is we have the issue of Industrial Drive itself. So for people who don't know, when you come up to the intersection, you can go to Lowe's to one direction, Menards to another direction. But if you go straight, you come into the industrial park, and a lot of
Yes.
people think the industrial park is just that.
Right.
You're just going to have tire stores or this or that, or the other. They don't think about that there's actually stores down here. So they have one little signage down by CVS or Walgreens, whatever's down there, that you can put a thing, but that's it.
Right. That is
So we have to figure out, and we're in the same boat because we're on industrial too. Like,
Yes.
how do we get people to come down here? I really don't have an answer. Although
It's really got to be word of mouth.
it has to be word of mouth.
I tell
but
my
it has to be more
customers
than
that all the time, and like my regulars, they support me. They share my posts. They come see me all the time, but it's word of mouth.
Right.
Got to tell people what's there. Like I've told a lot of people about you, and I mean that's
Thank you.
exciting.
Well,
on your
I
way
think-
down to see me, stop by and see her. Right. Because
Yeah.
you're going to go right past. Yeah.
Support us all.
Absolutely.
I wonder who owns that corner with the signage because I know Perfect Signs. I know that they do the signs on there, but do they actually own the land? Do they own so much around it? Because
They don't. When I got this place down here from Troy, he told me that he helped build that sign, and then he was mad that they tried to charge him $700 to put his sign up on there
Oh,
Wow.
because that's what it costs.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a sign up there, and you know what? I never thought about that.
Yeah.
You're right. It is that much.
Yeah,
I'm
they'll
like,
bill
wait a
you
second.
every
It was
year.
$6.95. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot about that. It would be great because if we could put feather flags up there,
And maybe get people down. Yeah.
like literally, I mean, feather flags are
Yeah.
popular and
And
What-
maybe put like shop local businesses down Industrial
Yeah.
Park.
you know what? And I'm glad you said that because, and especially around Christmas, you see all that shop local, shop local. But I don't know that people really understand how important it is to shop local.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the day that mom and pop businesses go out, it's going to be a sad day because if we're going to rely on the Walmarts and Amazons of the world,
Yeah.
we're done under because
Yeah, they're billionaires that can't check you out.
no.
That's
And you
true.
think their prices are cheap now when they're the only person. I've been saying this for my entire life since they came out, Don't go to Walmart. Go to these little places. If you have to pay just a little bit more, it is worth it because when they control the world, we're all
Right.
in trouble.
Yeah, no,
We're not
it's
going to be able
true.
to eat, buy clothes, anything because they'll be in control of it all.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to control what product is on the shelf and what you can purchase because there is no other choice.
Yeah.
And but there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shop local.
Shop local.
Do you have limitations on when you can put like those small signs in the? I know that you had some. They're like maybe a yard sale sign size. I remember
I
seeing
do
those.
have that
okay.
there, yeah.
Yeah. You still have those up now?
Yeah, it's because
Yeah.
we have a great city administrator.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Rick
Good. Good.
Ziegenfuss, I'll give him a shout out.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No.
He lets me keep it because they used to pull my signs down and throw them away.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And then, I'd go down there and I'm like, I pay taxes.
Right. Right.
I can't afford that $700 board right now.
Right. Right.
Maybe you need to redesign those different colors because people are used to seeing it and change it up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, just
to
different
get their attention, different colors.
different
Right.
design because all of a sudden it's something new. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people, remember I was telling you the other day that people thought that those were actually other grocery stores.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
There's that many stores at
Yeah.
the end of industrial.
This lady called me and told me, she's like, yeah, I stopped in and it was a mechanic shop. And I'm like, yeah, Jim Cox. It's he just lets me put a sign in his yard.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So let's think about different signage, I do think we need to approach whoever and find out about putting feather flags at the end of industrial because if you kind of like, I don't know, like you drive by General Motors or something and they have all the different flags out front. Well, these are not their, regular flags, but they do get attention and it's going to draw people to come down here and see what's actually down here.
Yeah, and maybe if we took them in every night like you do yours,
Oh yeah, we do ours. Absolutely.
then it wouldn't really be a, eyesore or anything.
No, and I think there needs to be a quantifier that they need to be a high quality flag, not
Yeah.
the cheap ones that fade within 3 months and you can see through them and now they tear in the whole 9 yards. Like I was telling you, we bought more expensive ones with a lot of details, but I knew that they were going to last a long time and not fade.
Yeah.
So it's a one-time investment. And then you've got something out there that's very eye-catching. So, all right.
So I'm curious, like 12 years ago, how did you decide this is the business I want to do?
Well, me and my husband both drove bread trucks at the time, and we delivered bread there.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, and so we were shopping there, and towards the end, it was like when the bread companies were doing their downsizing, I
Okay.
guess, and Wonder Bread was going out of business. And it was like us and Sara Lee, Flowers Baking Company and Sara Lee, and they were kind of fighting of who was going to get what. They ended up one get Hostess, one got the bread,
Mm.
and the business was going up and down with money, and we were shopping there, and we were like, man, these groceries, they're so cheap. We're living cheaper. We're able to spend our money on something else, and so we shop there all the time. And then we were getting kind of tired of the bread route business,
Right.
and thought, let's buy one of these. And then Troy's like, well, why don't you just buy mine?
Mm.
And so that's where it turned to, because we were looking at other places down in Arkansas actually, and we called him a couple times and said, well, what do you think about this? Back when he was our friend. um, But yeah, he sold us the place, and
Wow.
the rest is history, I guess.
I'll be darned. Wow.
Well, I'm curious even how you get all this stuff. I mean, I
Yeah, I was going to
just
say the
thought-
same thing.
Yeah.
Like, where do you shop? I'm sure it's coming in on pallets, and how do you find all this stuff? I mean, this is a
Because
huge
it's a
thing.
huge, and it's a big store
is
with
a big
lots
store.
of discounts. Seriously,
know.
so
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
different places, auctions, different places we bought from that he, told me about, and I like Tyson.
right.
They have like a thing where they email you different frozen deals,
Oh.
and then a couple other my friends that have businesses like mine. They're a little bit bigger.
Mhm.
I buy off of them.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Networking.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. A lot of people think we're affiliated. They're like, you have a lot of things that the same, and I'm like, yeah, we're kind of affiliated, but not really.
Well, that's wonderful, and I do see the struggle of after COVID.
Yeah,
Some of
it's
that
like
drying
almost
up.
like being a new business.
Yeah.
Because when my regulars were coming in and the product wasn't there because I was struggling to find it,
Sure.
Right.
then they started going other places,
Sure.
so it was almost like starting over again.
I can see that.
I can
Yeah.
too.
And
too.
yeah, so I'm trying to build my clientele back, and
I think it might be fun for you to make little videos about like you can get this, this, and this, and this, like and what the price is, like maybe 4 different things, and then show these same 4 things at Walmart. Like if you just coming down Industrial
Oh,
Park,
yeah.
here's how much money you're going to save just in these few things. So
That's a great idea.
yeah, just
Yeah.
have it, because if people saw what you sold, which is name brand things, like
Yeah.
the bread is name brand, the foods are name brand, and then the prices that you can get them for, I think people would come down here, first, like come here first, and then, you can do your Country Mart, Walmart, whatever run that you
yeah,
want
that's
to
what I
do.
say, because I don't
Yeah.
have everything.
Right, right.
It's just
But
one
neither
of
do
those
they.
things.
Right. No, they
Yeah.
don't either. They don't either.
There you go.
And they have a lot of their own brand, like Great Value, where you sell the actual brand name. So, you're getting a discounted rate on a good product for sure.
I need to set up like a little interview thing with my customers that do come.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I've
Yes.
thought about that, because like I have like Dr. Dale lives over in Point Royale, and he comes and shops there, and he's like, this is pretty much the only place I shop,
Wow.
And yet, customer
Yep.
testimonials are huge.
Yeah.
I mean, because it builds a trust. People are building a trust in your company based on other people's trust in your company.
Right.
Yeah.
Ask them to write a review for you on Facebook, on Google. And then you might also video like, let's see what's in your cart today. How much money did you save?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Idea.
Just some
Do like
simple-
live Facebook
Sure.
videos like that
Sure.
with my customers.
You could do
Absolutely.
a live video of the truck backing in and unloading food. I mean,
You could
people would
do
be
that
like, "Oh,
too.
what's she got in there?" I
Yeah.
would watch that. Because
me
I'd be
too.
like, "Oh, what's coming in?" And then
Yeah.
watch the whole process, because for you it's every day. For us, we're like, "Oh, wow!"
Yeah.
Like, look at this.
And then I'll
whole
call you and like, hey, will you run down there and pick up like some bread for me?
thing. Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea. We just need to get your name out there. Yeah.
And I think there's some free ways to do it, to really, really, focus in on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. People want to see those quick little videos. And when you're, just kind of like peek in, see what we have. People are like, I want to peek a little bit more. Well, then get your butt down here and see, right?
Yeah.
So I think those little peeks might pique their interest.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah. So
I need to be more like you ladies. I don't usually do this kind of thing because I'm usually really nervous.
well, there's nothing to be nervous about. It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
And really,
It is.
the reason why we started this is because as women in business, we do face different challenges than men.
Definitely.
Whether we want to admit it or not, we do. And then we have the whole, God, we work with our husbands, and we go home with our husbands, and then it's like we're expected to do wife type of things.
What's that?
Yeah. I just love that. We're on the way home. So what's for dinner? Well, why don't you tell me? We just did the same job. Like, wait, why is it on me? Those struggles are real for a lot of women. They still do all of this, then they have all their other life on top of it.
Yep.
And then we have the struggles of, like you, rent is high, advertising's high. How am I going to get business? COVID changed things. And we're all in this together. It's like, how do we do it? And women need to have women to bounce ideas off of and share these things.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you to come.
Heck
Because
yeah.
the struggle's real. And
The
it's
struggle
like,
is real.
how can we help? I mean, how can we help you? Let's figure something out, because the last thing we need is for you to go out of business. You
Right.
serve this community in a really crucial way, and the more people who utilize
Thank
your
you.
services are going to be helped. I mean, especially in today with rising prices, people need your business. They just don't know they need it.
Yeah.
They just don't know at this point.
Right.
They do.
Because people don't know what they don't know. I mean, they don't know you're there. They don't know, I can get this for a cheaper price. They think Walmart's the cheapest in town, and it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
And then some people are like, well, I'll go to Aldi's, but your prices don't even compare to Walmart and Aldi's. You can get so much more there. So if people knew, just go straight on Industrial Park Road, that they would get there, I think there would be benefits for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
And everybody has their sales, and some things can be cheaper other places. Just, shop around, and I just ask, check me out first.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, I think that's a really good idea. So what's the first thing you're going to do since we've sat and had this whole conversation? In your mind, I know women's minds are like, whoo.
100 miles an hour.
Yeah. What do you think's the first thing that you're going to tackle?
I think I'm going to try to go back and make a little video today.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea.
And
I do
just,
too.
maybe if some of my regular, really good customers, like Ricky and Mary, some good friends of mine, he's a mess. He gets on Facebook and tells people, if you don't shop here, you're dumb. I'm like,
Okay, stop saying that. Don't do that.
And I always joke with him, and he's like, oh, I just tell everybody, and they just don't listen to me. So,
Probably because of the way he's saying it.
yeah.
Would you like to be smarter? Come
Yeah.
shop here.
Come
Right.
shop here. Yeah.
Right.
So
He's
that's
a
his
good guy,
approach,
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely he is. He's got your back, obviously. It's just maybe the approach needs to be a little bit gentler.
Yeah.
But then again,
Definitely.
if he wants to help your business, have him do reels in your business. He can do the same thing. He can come in and say, hey, I'm over here at the outlet store today. I'm going to check out some of these things that they've got on sale. Have your friends do that same thing. And
Yeah. He does do that a lot for me.
Good.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I would share. When he makes something, share it out on your page. When you make something, share it out. And even if it's a matter of like, text Lauren like, hey, I just posted something too. We can look for it and share it as
Share
well.
it. Mhm.
Definitely help each
Because
other
the way
out.
Facebook is, I can follow you, but I still might not see what comes through that you post. So sometimes it's just making that connection. Like I'll say to Laura,
Yeah, well,
hey, I
if
made a
people don't
post.
click like,
Right.
Yeah.
they don't see your stuff.
No.
Because
Or
there's
follow,
people I
right.
have on Facebook that I don't really see a lot of their stuff because I don't have a lot of time to sit on there.
Right.
And then you realize you're like, where did these people go? But they're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there.
You're
They're
just not
seeing that.
getting the stuff.
Well,
So
I follow her, and I sometimes don't see your post like until
True.
days later, and I'm like, oh, there's a post.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
it took days for it to actually show up on my feed, and I'm like, which is crazy because I look for your stuff,
Right.
but then
yeah, same
I don't
here.
know.
I
I don't
have
know
the
where it
same
goes.
situations. Yeah.
yeah. So it's just
So that might be it too, having a circle of people that like, hey, I just posted, would you share that? Hey, I just posted this, would you go and share it? So then people know go look for your name, go to your page, and now we can share it. Because if we wait for it to come in, we may not ever see it. You don't see every one of my posts every single day. I know. You know.
I know, I don't.
Have you guys had any luck with boosting your posts?
No. I
You've
wouldn't
never had
spend the
luck.
money.
No, I have spent the money, and I don't know that it helps. I have
Okay.
not. I have not seen that it really helps that much. I've spent more money hiring young people to help me learn new tricks and help me get some posts out. I think that money is better well spent than boosting on Facebook.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe making some flyers too,
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
putting them on people's windows.
Bring it here.
You
We'll
know?
put it right here in our shop. When people come in, they can grab a flyer.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And my
Well,
billboard at the store, so I was telling you should advertise
I
in
know,
there.
I'm
It
like,
gets
I
a
know,
lot
I
of
need to-
action.
Yeah.
Some people just walk in and look at it and walk back out.
Yeah.
A lot of older
Just to see what's
gentlemen and
going
just,
on.
yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like, they'll say, "Do you have any bread?" And I'll say, "Yeah." They'll get a loaf of bread, look at my board, and walk out. You know.
Interesting.
So
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we're gonna do that. So we need to
Get a plan.
Get a
Yep.
plan.
get a plan
Get a
together. Yeah.
We'll share your stuff. Absolutely. So I need to give you my messenger thing, or I don't know how that works, but you just message me, say, I need you to share. Fantastic. I'll go look for it. I'll share it.
Awesome.
Not that I have a huge following. I don't. But you know what the thing is that then the next person sees it and,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm blatant. I need you all to share this.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell my
Right.
friends, I need you to do this.
I definitely look out for people. Like All About Me was running some sales, and they were needing some business. And I told the girl, I'm like, come in here, put the flyers on my counter, post them on my board, and I was putting them in everybody's grocery bag
Oh, wow.
for her.
Wow.
And they were having a big sale, and they needed to come up with some money. And so, I mean, if we don't look out for each
That's
other,
right.
That's it exactly.
none of us are
It's
going to
like,
be
wow,
here.
That's amazing that you
Yeah.
would do that for somebody. Put it in everyone's bag.
Yeah.
That's
And I just offered. I just thought that's a great idea to get the word out there.
Absolutely. Well, and us, like whenever things come up, we will share those with you. Like we did an Instagram class that it was amazing. Like
Oh yeah, we learned so
we
much.
learned so much. It was $35 for 2 hours, and we learned how to like. We walked in, and she's like, "We're gonna do an Instagram reel," and we just did it right there in
Oh,
class,
wow.
like step by step. We're like,
I would love to learn that.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
that
mean-
$35 for me was better well spent learning that in that class than it was spending $35 to Facebook, who I don't know even if that's going to go out further.
Yeah,
right.
I was picking up some chicken the other day, and the young guy that was loading my stuff, he goes, "I'm just impressed you're still in business, in today's economy."
Right.
And he said, "You need to get on Instagram." That's what he
Yes,
told me.
yes.
"Oh, there you
And I
go."
was like, "I don't know how." He's like,
Yes.
"Well, you need to figure it out."
"Wow."
Figure it out. Yep.
Well, and also that SBA thing that we're going to start in January.
Yes.
So the SBA does these free classes all the time, but one of them is going to be here in Branson.
At the
It
Chamber
is-
of Commerce. Yeah.
How many weeks is it?
I think 8 weeks or 9
8
weeks. Yeah.
It's free. It's from 5 o'clock in the evening till 8 or 8:30 at night, which I'm like,
Yeah.
oh Lord.
I know it
gonna be
could be
drinking
late.
coffee. But it's how, and the whole premise is something like how to start a business. Well, we already know how to start a business. We're there. However, we're doing it because you never know if someone's willing to spend that much time over 8 weeks to show me all these things. I guarantee you, I'm going to walk away going, oh my God, we're
Yeah.
going to do this. This is
Right.
an amazing idea. And if they're sharing free information, and that's going to be a lot of information,
Yeah.
absolutely, we're doing the class, but it's free. So you
It
can
is
sign
free.
up and take it. And
And when is it?
it starts in January 18th, and it's I think, is it a
Every Thursday. Yeah.
Every
Thursday.
Thursday at the Chamber of Commerce in Branson. It's a free class. You just sign up. I'll send you the link to it.
Nice.
And I mean,
Because we might, we have our basics, like we've already started a business, but we think we have all of our I's dotted and T's crossed, but they might cover something we're like, oh, yeah, we got to
Yeah.
get that done.
I learn stuff every day.
I
So
know. Well,
We
and
do
that
too.
one thing I thought about that was because they'll be covering business plans. And the thing is that when you do come across times that you need to rebrand yourself, you're basically creating a whole new business plan for your business. Like, what direction are we going to take it? And that business plan is going to help you focus on how are we going to get where we need to go. And I was super interested in that because I'm like, there are things with our business that I would really like to change. And it just seems so overwhelming. It's like,
It does.
when you have so much and you're trying to focus in and it's right here, sometimes you need to sit back in like this class and look at the bigger picture and have somebody help you figure out how are we going to do this.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to this class.
Me too. Me too. I think
am.
I think it'll be really good.
I think it's going to be really good too. And we were like, hey, this is going to be great stuff to talk about on the podcast of what we
Right.
learned, because,
Nice.
it reminds you, when you're in the doldrums of it all, it's like sometimes you just need to go back to A, B, C and go, okay, let's look at our business and refocus.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't give up.
Oh, I'm not giving up.
No. Okay,
Yes.
good.
I don't give up. It's not in my vocabulary.
Okay,
Good.
well, good. Well, we're going to try and help you, bring you along with us, and we'll share whatever we can, and we're going to stick this
That's
out.
great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I met you.
I'm glad I met you too.
Yeah.
And it's all because I think
Oh, because of Josh Heston. Yeah,
that's right.
He's great.
So yeah, Josh came in and he did a live Facebook thing, which
And it popped up. All of his live videos come up on my phone, and I usually watch them even if I'm working.
Right.
and then she came in
And I
then-
saw her, and I was like, I got to get down there.
yeah. And then next thing you know,
Yeah.
you had me just rolling. You were talking, and
I
I'm
was-
like, oh my gosh, she's so funny.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, come to our podcast.
Yes.
So awesome. Well, we'll close here.
Sounds good to
And,
me. It was so nice to meet
thank
you.
so nice to
Berta.
meet you.
Really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to having you back on after
yeah.
you've kind of
I
gone
am
through
too.
things
This
and
is fun.
rebranded, and let's see what the changes you did and made and how it's impacting your business, and kind of like a before and after type of
Right,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
And come talk to us and tell us what worked, what didn't work.
And I look forward to going to those classes with you girls.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I'm
definitely.
looking
Yes.
forward to them. I've put them all on my calendar. Like,
I have them on my
Nice.
calendar too. Yay.
awesome. All right, well, have a great afternoon. Make
You
lots
too.
of money today.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
It's
you
going to
so
be a
much.
good day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.